Alright guys, we are here with ProEdge Build. This is software to training to set up a job after you have set up a customer. At this point we've got our customer set up. We just set up Nancy Hughes. We're just going through this contracts tab right here. So you click on Nancy Hughes, you click on contracts, and we're going to add a contract. This is actually a contract. A job is the same thing. In this case, it's going to populate to our office. The only office we have set up is in Mesa. The job type. This is the most critical portion of this. This actually will pre-populate all the phases of the job. These are the 5 types of jobs that I've set up. We could set up more, but this is what we're going to start with. You've got a landscape. This is landscape only, nothing to do with the swimming pool. You've got a new pool and a landscape. You've got just a new pool. You've got a pool remodel and a pool remodel and a landscape. In this case, the landscape, it's just a landscape job. It'll populate her address, zip code. Now the contract date, I'm going to go back here and look. We actually have a contract date of February 3rd, 2011. So I'm going to put in the contract date of February 3rd, 2011. We're going to go back to the contract amount. Now the contract amount has to be a numeric amount with no dollar signs. And I don't believe it's going to take this comma, so I'm going to take it out. Required deposit amount. We're not going to put in a deposit. I'll show you why a little bit later. Contract password is quite important. This is how a customer logs in and manages their account. We are going to use the client's last name, capital H, lowercase UGHES, for all clients. Even if they have the same last name, this is just their password that everybody knows. That just use your last name. Bond number, funding type. I'm assuming it's cash. You got some drop-down menus here. Escrow, direct, financing, cash, sales tax required. At this point we're going to keep that at no. I believe this includes sales tax. Home builder and subdivision, you'll see that these are blank now. There's nothing you can select. I'm getting that set up. We don't really care on some of this. This might be subdivisions that we're working in. At this point we're not going to use them. Lot number, you can enter in whatever lot number this might be through the permitting. Sales rep, it's going to default to the top sales rep. You got to pick the right sales rep, and the job supervisor is going to start off as Charles. He's the construction coordinator for most of our swimming pools, and this might change if we know it's going to get assigned directly to Juan, but at this point assign it to Charles. This will eventually be the pool superintendent or the landscape superintendent. So if we know where it's going to go, you can put it. For right now, we're just going to start off with our construction coordinator, Charles. We got a job permit number, dog on site, yes or no. You'll see why this comes into play a little later. Gate code, pound 4009, 2121. You might be able to put call homeowner from gate. Okay. Map number, I'm not sure how this comes into play. It could be the YouTube map number. In that case, we can put in the Google map number. Cross streets, in this case, this is actually located off of Pima and Jomax. So we're going to put in Pima Road, Jomax Road. Okay. We got a blue stake number, which will go in once blue stake is called, and we've got a latitude and longitude number. Again, I'm not quite sure. This is the parcel number. This will go on some of the permits. I mean, Drew, our CAD manager, can put this in. Not that important. This doesn't really affect the job that much. But once that is done, really paying attention to this job type is right. You can click submit. At that point, it is going to pull up a job ID or a job number for Nancy Hughes. We can click on that, and this is the job manager where all the action is going to take place. We'll be back with more.